Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And it's taken in at the 9. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Play action now. Cousins. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row. 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's complete to John Ross. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
The Cardinals at 3-4 on the year coming into play. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of...
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Lions have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that is incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. York able to send this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw there taken in by Smith.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Play fake. Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
From the 36, Cousins.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Cousins throw complete there to Smith.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
York on now for the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Next to score, Lions 24, Cardinals 3.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On play action, Cousins. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Off the play fake, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
He'll return it from the 6. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. Here's Cousins. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Cousins to throw it. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. A first down throw for Cousins. Goes right back to Smith again. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To try again after the sack. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. 4th down, Cousins. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because UT... up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. Here comes the Lions punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Cousins on first down. And now here is another interception. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Now left side on the swing pass. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone.
And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Come on, set. Block 40. Check. Watch 54. And let's get that ball.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Here we go. 52 blue.
Gotta do better.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
60 red. Ready, go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. Well, on one